Welcome to ELMO Solutions for small and medium businesses. ELMO is a cloud-based solution comprised of integrated modular components to assist HR and payroll processes. We've grouped them under the following product families. To start, we're going to have a look at some of ELMO's general features. Here's an ELMO site. In this case, we've branded it up with ELMO branding. However, you're able to choose your own branding in the system. For example, here's our internal site that we use as ELMO employees. When we log in, we encounter a dashboard environment with components of the modules on a menu bar on the left-hand side and a dashboard which we can use as an information piece, but we also have functional areas related to the modules that you have subscribed to. ELMO can be accessed on any device that has a browser connected to the internet. This includes computers, tablets, and smartphones. The system sends out automated notifications around activities, including reminders. You're able to configure the content of notifications, recipients, schedules, and progressive escalations. ELMO is based around a central user profile. We use user profile fields to categorize employee data. You can incorporate up to 20 of your own user profile fields and use these functionally in the system, assigning activities, fielding reports, and so on. Users can quickly access activities from the user profile pages. Users have a resume page where they can provide information on their experience, education, skills, and language skills. These resume pages are then searchable in an employee search directory where we can search around keywords, user profile information. We can click in and see publicly visible information, place things like recognition feedback that can be placed against that employee's profile. Managers are provided a My Team area where they can view profiles of team members, including direct and indirect reports. They can assign activities to team members, view team member activity status, and they're also able to store notes and attachments against team member profiles with configurable visibility options. Now that we've seen some of ELMO's general features, let's go have a look at ELMO's specific modular functionality. Recruitment processes are easily managed in ELMO's Recruitment Module. Hiring managers are able to request for recruitment activity by filling out a requisition form, aligned to positions built into the system. Using dynamic workflows, these forms populate with your own configurable questions and approval processes. Approvers are notified using configurable email notifications, and they have an environment where they can easily come and approve or reject requests. A talent search candidate directory is included, allowing you to search through past applicants, whether internal or external. We can view their profiles and past application information, suggest them open roles, communicate with them directly, or build talent pools to assist with future recruitment activity. Template-based job advertising environments are provided, with the ability to easily choose which channels we advertise into, including direct integrations with Seek and Indeed. Jobs boards can be housed on your websites, with easy job application steps for prospective candidates. External candidates will be prompted to create a user profile. Candidates can directly import their resumes and populate experience and education sections. They'll also be able to see a history of their applications, select language skills, interview scheduling, communication, and ultimately accept or reject any offers. Internal staff will have a careers page where they can access roles you choose to advertise internally. Application is an easy process based on workflows, which drive out things like resume and cover letter collection, and also the ability to include your own screening questions, capturing data on candidates, and also filtering them. Once they've applied, we can easily manage candidates using dynamic workflow processes, driving out interviews and tasks. Interview scheduling is easily achieved, sending emails with calendar invites to the interviewee and interviewers. We can also schedule other interviews, tasks, or surveys from ELMO's integrated survey module. Scrolling down, we'll see all details from the candidate's application, with the ability to store reference checks, notes, and attachments. Candidate blacklisting is also available. Both interview and panel review processes can be assisted with configurable question guides, which can incorporate your own rating scales. These calculate scores, and flagging symbols are also provided. From there we can make offers to candidates using templates and your own approval process workflows. Once generated, these can be sent through to candidates for digital acceptance. A range of intuitive reports are provided, including recruitment channel, recruitment cost, and also time to hire. Successful candidates can then be transferred into ELMO's Onboarding Module. ELMO's Onboarding Module allows workflows to be created to drive onboarding, offboarding, crossboarding, and other workflow-driven requirements. Here's an example onboarding process mapped out on a whiteboard with post-it notes. We're able to digitize such workflows in the system using combinations of emails, forms, tasks, courses from ELMO's Integrated Learning Module, or surveys from ELMO's Integrated Survey Module. Here an administrator is able to access a workflow. We provide a range of best practice templates to get you started, but you'll have the easy ability to come and update these whenever required, or build your own workflows. Here, for example, we're dragging out a task. We're able to create a library of tasks in the system, and in those tasks incorporate instructional messages and also things like URL links to other online systems. I'm selecting the task, and once selected, we can determine exactly who's going to be doing the task. That can be individuals or members of a group. Here our administration team will be completing this task. We're also able to set our own due dates based around trigger points. For example, this task we're requiring before the new user starts their role. We're also able to use conditions. These are criteria-based variations of the workflow, meaning that if somebody meets a criteria of user profile information, they'll be asked to go down a branch of the workflow. Those who don't meet that criteria can skip. New starters can then be placed on a workflow and they'll be notified. Onboarding users are provided a tailored welcome environment where you're able to provide them with messages, links through to team member profiles, embed video and maps. But most importantly, we'll have a to-do list where we can fill out forms, required courses, surveys, and we can even populate the system with data required for payroll purposes. ELMO supplies a range of standard forms, including an integrated TFN declaration form that can be submitted through to the ATO. Digital forms can also be used for compliance purposes. For example, here a driver's license form, capturing things like expiry dates, copies of documentation. We can then submit this form, send it through approval process, and notifications are provided as expiry nears. ELMO's Integrated Learning Module allows onboarding users the ability to complete required learning, such as policies and induction programs. Digital contracting is also optionally available, with the ability to send contracts for onboarding users to electronically accept. Onboarding progress reports act as digital checklists, allowing us to assess the completion of onboarding activities. Form status reports allows us to report on all electronic forms. For example, here are all our driver's licenses, including expiry dates. We're able to export our information and also filter using user profile field information. ELMO also includes the ability to report on users that have left your organisation. Employee self-service and leave management is provided with ELMO's HR Core module. Utilising this functionality, we can access leave calendars from dashboard environments. Employees have dedicated areas to update contact details and answer diversity questions. We are also able to use this module to establish payroll profile information. Dedicated employment details area is used to map information directly into ELMO's payroll module, or we can interface with third-party payroll systems. We're also able to establish things like work patterns and allow employees to view and or edit their bank account details, super information, tax information, and access payslips. Dynamic organisational charting is also provided, with the ability to sort org charts by various criteria and click through to profiles. Intuitive leave management environments are provided with the ability to incorporate your own custom types of leave policies and behaviours. Users are able to fill out leave request forms, accessing personal calendars and balance information, and submitting for approval. Approvers can be notified using configurable notifications, with the ability to be taken right into the request to make an approval decision. Managers can view team member requests and post requests on behalf. Users will see their entitlements in forecasting, and managers can view team members. We're able to see our leave policies, applicable balances, and forecasting tools allow us to forecast an annual leave balance into the future. Dynamic leave calendars are also provided, with the ability to overlay information. We're able to sort the calendars by different levels of reports, different types of leave, different stages of processing, or we have the ability to reorganize the calendars. A range of digital forms are provided, including an integrated TFN declaration form. We also include a form builder with the ability to capture expiry dates, documents, and send them through for approval. Approvers will be notified and have an easy environment to approve or reject completed forms. We can also distribute these to required users. Forms can be assigned automatically, including using rules, manually by administrators, or within self-service catalogues for employees to access. They'll also have the ability to access files for download. The HR Insights dashboard allows us easy analysis of key HR metrics, including turnover, headcount, and diversity breakdowns. A range of leave reports is provided, such as the Leave Taken report showing when our employees are taking their leave. We can also report on forms that have been completed. ELMO has an integrated rostering, time and attendance module. User profiles can be populated with roster rules, including ordinary hours of work, which are mapped into the rostering environment. Further roster rules allow us to select exactly what locations, work areas, and roles users are allowed to be rostered in. A powerful rules engine allows award interpretation and agreement compliance to be met, with timesheet overlaid for payroll outputs. Managers are provided dashboard environments where they can get breakdowns of hours rostered, alerts for timesheet breaches, and notifications of activities still required. We're easily able to see who's working and clock staff on, off, or for breaks. We can see who's starting soon and clock them on. We can also see who's finished and approve timesheets, or see who's working tomorrow. Shifts can also be offered to staff with easy environments to approve requests to take. Leave applications will flow into the system, whilst casuals and contractors are able to register unavailability. Managers can also do this on behalf. This can be one-off or recurring unavailability and will map into the roster calendar. The roster is a dynamic environment where we can overlay information, including green shifts, purple live timesheets, or employee leave and unavailability. We're also able to switch on and off information as required. Shifts can be populated via templates with the easy ability to drag and drop, or also cut, copy and paste. Here, for example, when we paste a shift, you can see that it's violating one of our roster rules. Shifts can also be manually populated with roster rules showing us who can work, key breakdowns of hours, and also the ability to do template-based shifts. Both shift and timesheets include icons which indicate their status, and a legend is provided, allowing easy assessment of what this current status is. For example, we can see here some unassigned shifts. We can also switch between user and site-based views of the roster, as well as Gantt chart style day views. A range of timesheet entry population is provided, including the ability for managers to add timesheets directly within the roster. An approvals mode can be selected to allow us to easily approve timesheets without violations. Digital punch clock functionality is also provided, allowing users to populate timesheet entries, including clocking on and off, and starting and finishing breaks, which can be both paid and unpaid. Users can also access functionality on their mobiles, including views of their roster, the ability to trade shifts, and also lodge timesheets. Messaging can also be made in the system, and records are kept. If ELMO Payroll is subscribed, timesheets will automatically be sent through for payroll processing. A range of reports are provided, including a late report here, showing employees that were late for their shifts. We can set this over a period, filter down information, generate reports, and export in CSV and PDF format. ELMO includes an integrated learning management system. Unlimited course templates can be created and then assigned to employees automatically, manually, or via other ELMO integrated modules such as onboarding, performance, and succession. Comprehensive notification is provided, including reminders. Each user will have a dedicated My Learning area where they can access courses assigned in the system. They can also log external training, with forms that capture expiry dates, attachments, and can be routed through approval. Continuing professional development can also be managed in the system. Dynamically populated course catalog environments allow users self-enrollment opportunities, with the ability to set approval workflows on courses requested. You're able to establish a course using titles, instructional messages, course behaviours including due dates, then populate with a range of learning activities. These include e-learning modules, policy acknowledgements, face-to-face training, files for download, written assessments, forum-type environments, or surveys from the ELMO Survey module. You can create and include your own e-learning content, leverage off ELMO's pre-built library, or incorporate third-party SCORM 1.2 content. Policies can be acknowledged with the ability to download files or link to environments like SharePoint. Face-to-face training can easily be scheduled with the ability to include webinar links. We can set our location, facilitator, the session details, capacity rules including session cancellation and waitlisting, and easily sign up. Attendees will receive an email confirmation including an ICS digital calendar invite, and session attendance can be marked within the system. Written assessments can also be captured and assigned to people for marking. Forum environments are also included to provide social learning opportunities. Once courses are complete, certificates can be automatically generated. ELMO features comprehensive learning reporting. For example, here, the status of all training underway. This report analyses trends and answers to e-learning module assessments. Visual training matrix reports are available. A custom report writing tool is also provided. This allows you to pick and choose required data fields, which we can then utilise to generate reports, with the ability to filter data with a range of operators, export out in CSV format, or create visually attractive charts. ELMO can supply an e-learning authoring tool and pre-built content. ELMO has over 400 editable e-learning module templates, covering topics including EEO, ethics and conduct, leadership, sales, health and safety, and other soft skills training. A wide range of Australian and New Zealand compliance material is included. ELMO updates regulatory changes to templates, and all templates can be accessed within a content library environment. An authoring tool is provided to allow you to create your own e-learning, or you can easily edit the templates provided by ELMO if subscribed. Content is easily added, updated, or removed. Simply click into a slide and this menu bar will appear. There we can change text, or also easily change images with the ability to upload your own imagery into the system. A range of other content can be included, such as video, sound, links, and rollovers. You can also determine what content users on mobile devices will experience. You can easily create e-learning assessments or edit those provided with offerings from ELMO's pre-built e-learning module library. Settings include randomization of questions, the amount of questions asked, pass marks, limiting attempts, and behaviours when users fail. Questions are easily added or edited, with the ability to include images and sound, make them compulsory in a random selection. We can also choose different types of responses, including multi-choice, drag and drop, and traffic light. Add our responses, provide feedback, and preview how the question will behave. You're able to email the content you've created to reviewers, who can provide their own proofing comments, which can be used to help editing. Once e-learning content has been created, we can easily incorporate it inside courses in ELMO's learning management system, alongside other learning activities. Here we can see how an end user would experience the content, including assessments. ELMO's learning module also features dedicated reporting to analyse e-learning assessment answers. Performance review processes are easily managed in ELMO's performance module. Unlimited performance reviews can be configured in the system, and ELMO provides a range of best practice performance templates to get you started. Users will have a dedicated My Performance area, while managers can also access a team performance environment. Past and current appraisals can be accessed at any point. Performance templates are highly configurable, with the ability to set titles, instructional messages, workflow phases, and a range of different performance components. Templates can include a competency assessment, with expected behaviours to meet that competency. Both employees and managers can also store notes and attachments throughout the template, with visibility options provided. Goals and KPIs can easily be tracked, with the option of providing employees and managers with editing rights. ELMO also provides editable best practice libraries of goals, competencies, and development objects. Here we can see how easy it is to add an item from the goals library, whilst users can also be allowed to populate ad hoc goals. Once a goal is populated, we can dynamically link that directly into an employee's development plan. Development plans can also populate with library items, or users can add their own development. Development plans link through to ELMO's learning module if subscribed, allowing users to populate courses against their development activities. Multiple date-driven catch-ups can be scheduled throughout the year, with environments for both the employee and manager to contribute. Questions can also be asked of employees or managers inside of performance templates, whilst informal peer recognition can also be shown. Comprehensive notification functionality is provided, such as this reminder of a catch-up, whilst rating scales can be configured and used to calculate employee performance scores. 360 review functionality is also provided. Here's an example of a probation review, tracking adherence to company values, goals, and checkpoints during the probation period. Whilst performance improvement plans can also be configured, allowing poor performance to be addressed and records kept within the system. A wide array of performance reporting is provided, including the ability to track the status of reviews. This report is tracking how our goals are progressing, with the ability to drill down into an individual employee's goals and measures. You're able to track how regular catch-ups between employees and managers are progressing. Whilst performance review scores can also be analysed and exported from the system. ELMO allows you to build an effective rewards and recognition culture. Staff recognition achievements can be housed on user dashboard environments and visible when users log into the system. Each user will have a recognition area against their profile, where they'll be able to view automated trophies and also recommendations provided by colleagues. Users can search for their colleagues within the system and place recommendation comments against their profiles. This feedback can then be complemented by adding attachments or selecting and adding a badge. Users can like the recommendations their colleagues have been given, or points can be calculated when recognition is placed or received. Administrators can configure points behaviour, including restart frequency. It's also easy to configure badges in the system and determine which users are able to give these. Once a badge has been created, permitted users can access this when they're placing feedback against a colleague's profile. Trophies are easily created in the system and automatically assigned to users based on trigger points. You're able to establish trophy behaviour and incorporate things like your own imagery. Here, for example, we're creating a 10-year anniversary trophy. You can determine if the trophy calculates points and then establish the trigger, which can be based around birthday, completion of learning courses, total points hit, or a start date. For example, here, after 10 years has been reached. Employee points reporting is provided with the ability to drill into data based on user profile fields such as department. Whilst employee recognition reports allow you to compare and view the recognition that staff members have achieved. High potential employees are easily identified with the Succession Management module. Dynamic environments are provided for users to assist them with their career planning. This includes the ability to answer configurable questions and also see career paths. They are also provided environments where they can research other roles, including the ability to compare their position, save performance items, learning courses, and view previous and next positions. The Succession module is integrated with ELMO's Performance module and allows further functionality to be accessed within employee performance reviews. This includes the ability for managers to rate employee potential with configurable questions and rating scales, as well as employee criticality and flight risk. Dedicated succession reviews can be established and assigned to required reviewers. Using configurable rating scales throughout the review, they can identify things like position criticality, as well as the ability to place succession candidates into talent pools. Reviewers are then able to assess the criticality and flight risk of employees, as well as rating configurable questions into an employee's potential. They can also identify the likelihood of an employee being promoted. Once a reviewer has completed the review, they can easily submit their ratings. Calibration areas are provided, allowing us to review all the ratings that have been submitted. We can then make a calibration determination to mitigate any potential bias. An intuitive environment is provided to assist with successor development, including the ability to filter by the rating scales used in a review, add potential successors to talent pools, or assign them training from ELMO's integrated learning module. You're also able to assess the roles that you've reviewed, including viewing position descriptions, assessing the talent pools that you're building, as well as staff who have indicated that they're interested in this role. A range of analysis reports are provided, including potential successor profiles. Criticality versus flight risk heat map reports are also available, as well as 9-box matrix report charting employee performance and potential ratings.